Welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm going to show you how to ceramic coat some wheels. It should be a very simple thing for you to be able to do. It's tonight for me. Whether it's tonight for you, I don't know. It depends when you watch the video. Her indoors, she's got her batty mate round, so I thought I'm going to go in the bar and I'm going to coat the wheels to our BMW E93. Lauren, cue the intro. So as I said in the first relaunch video, I'm going to try and debunk some myths when it comes to detailing and just show you actually you can do a lot of the stuff at home yourself and it's quite easy. So we're going to ceramic coat wheels tonight. I've just had the wheels refurbished by Wheelworks in Colchester. If you're in Essex, they are probably the best wheel refurbishment company in the county. I've used a few other companies before, they've messed them up, but what's really, apart from the finish and the service you get with Wheelworks, what you do get with Wheelworks is they will machine out the where the wheel nuts go. They will machine the rear face where it goes onto the hub, and they will also machine out where the spigot ring goes onto the hub. Now that's important. That's very important, because if they don't do that and they powder coat your wheel nut holes and everything like that, when you go to tighten your wheel nuts up and put them on, you have the ability to break that powder coating. So therefore your wheel nuts won't be as tight. And I do know that Bentley won't actually refurb wheels because of that issue. They will insist you have a new wheel rather than have them refurbished at Bentley. But that's Wheelworks. Wheelworks are in Colchester, fantastic company. They've always been great to me. The service has been good and their finish is excellent. So ceramic coating wheels. So we are going to need a ceramic coating. So I'm using R-Evolve from KKD. When I was detailing, I tried many coatings for wheels. Let me just adjust that down just a little bit for you. Is that any better? I use many coatings. Some good, some awful. Some promise you that they are made with fairy dust and unicorn tears and they will last forever. Others promise that if the wheel if your wheel melts in with heat, the coating will still be there. Some people just promise the earth. So some have been good. However, some of the ones that have been good, and normally when they're good, they're a pig to apply. You apply them and then you have to buff because they leave high spots, almost like a petrol film over the surface of the paintwork. So although some of them have been good, they've been hard work. The reason I've always used, well, not always used, the reason I started to use R-Evolve and why I would recommend it now is, unless you've got a gloss black wheel, and there is a video on my playlist of coating a black wheel with KKD R-Evolve. If you're doing a silver wheel or white wheel or anything quite light, there is no buffing. If you're capable, and it's not capable, it's simple to do. If you apply it in a nice methodical manner, the coating will actually self-level and no buffing. So that works twofold. One, it's quicker, it's an easier job to do, but more importantly, there's more coating left on the wheel, so therefore more protection. So all you're going to need for this, hang on, just a little cheeky little G. This coating isn't the cheapest coating, but why would you buy cheap when you can buy the best? But it's not the most expensive. I've seen some of these coatings for wheels running over £100 for a bottle, which is madness. I'd recommend some gloves. Don't have to wear gloves, but it's not the nicest of products to get on your skin. Like with most cleaning products, you don't really want it on your skin. And then last of all, go upstairs into your wife's, girlfriend's makeup drawer and find some of these. These are just, let me just see if I can get that out without putting the camera down. Yeah, go upstairs, don't tell her. Just take them, she won't notice. These little makeup pads. as you can see, I don't know if you can see, they're not covered in fluff, so they're not going to leave a load of fluff. Now, you could possibly do one full wheel, and let me turn, I seem to have the LED laser that's flashing. So as I say, you might get one wheel done out of them, but they're probably 2p each, maybe even a penny each. So I'd use one on the barrel, which is the inside of the wheel and the inside of the spokes. Then I would get a fresh one to do the spokes. So you're doing 4 wheels, you're going to need 8 of those. So we've got the pads, we've got the coating, we've got our gloves, we're ready to go. At the end of it, when the coating's cured, and I'd probably leave it 24 hours just to cure, this coating will actually be touch dry in a couple of hours. But then I will go around with the tyres with CarPro Pearl. Again, so many tyre dressings promise you this and promise you that. They'll nourish the tyres, they'll go in there, then they'll make it last longer. It ain't olive oil, it's to make your tyres look black. Now, I'm not a fan of shiny tyres. Don't like shiny, especially some of the gels that make them look wet, because all they do when you're driving along, the wheels go round and that stuff's going to come off the tyre, sling up the side of the car and give like a silicone film down the side of the car. The reason I like CarPro Pearl is I will put it on neat, I will put it on the tyre, and I will leave it at least overnight, and then come around with a cloth, just wipe the excess off, and it will leave a nice black satin sheen to the wheel. And this is the whole point when it comes to wheels, brakes, wheel arches and things like that. Your wheels are the most expensive thing. You don't want your tyres to be the most noticeable thing about your whole wheel arch area. So you don't want dirty wheel arches, you don't want dirty brakes, you want nice, clean, fresh wheel and a nice satin black as if the tyre looks brand new. So that's that. We'll go back down and I'll just go through the applying of the KKD on the wheel. So here are the wheels. The light's not the best. I would normally be in the garage, but I've been keeping these out of the garage while they've been, after they got refurbed. And as you can see, these are the wheels off our E93. They've just come back from Wheelworks and they do look stunning. Really good. I know some people aren't a fan of the black badges, but it came with the car and I quite like them. Although that's not quite lined up, so I've got to change that because that should be twisted round a bit, so I will change that. But we've got new M badges on, and those that know me would know that that's really, really going to bug me, that BMW centre cap. That should be in line with that. So you'll have your locking wheel nut here, a nice line down there, M badge, and then down to the valve. So I am just going to pause that. Right, we're back. That looks better. So as I said, everything's nicely in a line. So I'm going to put you down here. So I'm going to do the barrel first, then I'm going to do the face of the wheel. And you'll see I am not going to buff it off, and then I will bring you back so you can see it. Probably won't see the benefit with the camera anyway, but trust me, this stuff will self-level and it will give you the ultimate protection. So as I said, I'm going to spin the wheel round. Just a bit there just to protect my pull table. So this is what obviously we call the barrel. So I'm going to take my lid off my R-Evolve and I'm only going to put a few drops on, and you'll feel it. It will go on slick and you'll work it, then all of a sudden it will just change the friction, and so you know you need to apply a bit more. So just a couple of drops. I think I used to use a pipette. Put it back down and then just literally just wiping it over. Get the back there, get in there. I'll probably go all the way around with that. Come round. And that's enough. That's still applying. That's feeling nice and slick. Do the wheel weights as well. But although you can't see that, the wheel weights Wheelworks have put on, they're not the horrible steel ones. They are ones almost colour coded to the wheel, which are lovely. So it's hard for me to do it back to front, but I've got to come in and do that bit round here. And I'm literally just applying it. I will go back round just to make sure I haven't missed anything. But you do want to work quite quickly with this stuff because it will go off quite quickly, and that's why I said about possibly using only one for the barrel and then one for the face, because I think even as quick as I can work, and I'm working a bit slow because I'm trying to show you, even back in the day when this was my bread and butter, I probably wouldn't be happy trying to do the face. So you get there in the spokes, you won't see that. But so the coating's going to do two things. It's going to resist scratching and marring from washing, although wheels and powder coated wheels are slightly more robust than the paint on your car. It will reduce the risk of brake dust and embedded contaminants sitting into the wheel and damaging the wheel. But probably the most important thing is how easy it will wash. Because the dirt is just sticking to a slick coating rather than the paintwork. And you will still need a mechanical wash. So I'm going to throw that pad away now. Go onto the face. And you just want to work yourself in a methodical manner. So no jumping from spoke to spoke. Just make sure you get good coverage. So I'm going to start up there, come into that spoke. You get the gist of this. But you can see I'm not going to. Oh, good job. This is the cleanest floor in the world. Yeah. I'm going a bit slower because I am trying to show you how easy it is to go on, but you can put it on quicker. But you can see this product will just self-level, and actually as long as your wheels are completely clean, you don't have to put them on freshly refurbished wheels, although that's probably the best time to do it. If you've got wheels that are a couple of years old, they're not scuffed or anything like that, but looking a bit dull, as long as they're clean, when you put this coating on, certainly this way on a silver or white wheel, or a light coloured wheel, it will mask a lot of the scratches, and it will give a lot more gloss. But I'm going to shut up now because I struggle to work and talk. And obviously in my previous life I had a nice bench to work off. I wasn't kneeling down on the floor. Just make sure I'm covering every single part of the wheel. But you can see it's not, I said I was going to stop talking, didn't I? I'm not applying it in any very slow cross-hatch manner. I'm literally just putting it on. And now I can just feel that slightly starting to drag a bit, so I'm going to put a little bit more on. Sometimes it's all or nothing with that droplet. That's why I used to take the lid off and use a little pipette so I could control it. Not necessary, just a nice too. But you can see there is no skill really to applying that. So don't be put off thinking it's a job you can't do, because it is a job you can do. If you've got makeup pads and you've got the ability to get the wheels off, you've got silver wheels, you can so do this. The best coating out there, my opinion, but that might be why you're watching it, this video, because it's my opinion. I've been around the block a few times, and those that remember from the past, I never used to make up stories about how good a product was if it wasn't. I'm by no means affiliated with KKD. I bought this off of eBay. Just give the valve a little go. And that is simply it. I don't know if you're going to see, you probably won't see, but I will bring that round. See if I can zoom in. You won't see any. Oh, that was quite good there. See if I can get that. You can see the shine on it. Okay, they're shining because they're a brand new refurbished wheel. But that is now ready to, let's sit there for a couple of hours and then apply my tyre dressing. So, what probably wasn't the best video for you to see the actual infinite detail of applying it, but you got the gist of how easy that was to apply. It is literally just apply it to the pad and just spread it over the wheel, and that will self-level, and that will give you a thick, durable coating, which I challenge anyone to come up with a better coating than that, and I've used many coatings. So thank you for watching, thank you for coming to my bar tonight. So cheers, have a good evening, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.